So, Chief, listen to an anonymous Border Patrol officer share the pressure he is under to a CNN reporter.
Well, the job they tried to secure the border and have to babysit.
Does it frustrate you when you hear that, when you hear the narrative, like, why aren't Border Patrol doing anything? And
our hands are tied. If I don't allow them to cross and they call and complain, now I'm in trouble. I'm going to lose my job.
As his former chief, what is your reaction to his comments, sir?
Well, you can hear the frustration in his voice, right? He has to talk anonymously to a reporter there about the predicament that the Border Patrol agents are in. I mean, imagine the stress on them and their families. You know, this young agent was recruited. If you look at any of the recruiting videos that we've used over the last couple of decades, you know, it's people running through the desert and helicopters and ATVs and horses and chasing the bad guys. And now he's out there, you know, stuck with this necessary humanitarian mission, which they do fine. You know, they do that very well, but that's not why we hire them. We hire them to patrol the border, to rescue people from human trafficking, to seize drugs, to protect us. And they're stuck with this humanitarian version of their job in which they're, you know, putting people in the system. And by DHS's own estimates, that 85% of the people that they arrest are being released into the United States. And so it's got to be very frustrating for them. I know it is.
Without question. Now, ISIS-K terrorists from Tajikistan who crossed our southern border were recently caught across the United States. Chief Vitello, was this a fluke, or can our Border Patrol vetting system handle the number of people who are potentially a threat and entering the United States illegally?
Well, they're absolutely overwhelmed on the line with 4,000 to 5,000 people coming to the border every 24 hours. Those are just the encounters, right? That's just the people that CBP can put hands on. The vetting system is good in the sense that it does records checks with fingerprints across the whole United States. But somebody like these individuals, these 8, you know, like, they don't have an agreement with Tajikistan that shares, you know, terrorist-related intelligence or criminal record history from that country. So the vetting is only as good as the sources you can use. And so in this case, apparently at the line, they didn't know these were suspected terrorists. Good on HSI and the FBI to track these folks down and bring them into custody, because obviously they were monitoring them and heard them talk about, you know, dangers to the U.S.
Yep. Now, last week, sir, President Biden authored an executive order to address the border crisis. Then he turned around and sent a letter to the California sector that Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana commented on Wednesday. Take a listen.
But today, we find out that President Biden has issued a memo quietly to the California region saying that his executive order is only going to apply to 6 countries, just 6 in the Eastern Hemisphere.
Almost unbelievable. Illegal immigrants from countries like Iran and China, they get a pass, along with 98 other countries. So is the president securing the southern border, sir, or not?
No, he's not. And you know, this is another example of the Biden administration refusing to do their duty in securing that border, giving the DHS frontline the tools that they need to secure that border, and, you know, exempting everybody except 6 countries. You know, San Diego, where that memo was leaked from, is the busiest sector on the southwest border right now. And so, you know, thousands of arrests a day just there across the southwest border, and only 6 countries fall within the parameters of the executive order, which, in my opinion, is way too little and way too late.
No kidding. All right, visit ronvitello.com to learn more about Chief Vitello and his work to strengthen accountability for our nation's borders. Chief, great to have you with us today. Thank you for joining us for Victory News.